listen to radio. iLive Radio.
I'm blowing up the speakers, coming with knowledge like Roman teachers. I'm one with a phonics in all my features. I'm at the scene to earn some peace, to get respect like first degree, and so to speak, change the game like surgery that works for me like occupation. My stuff's amazing, I'm hot and blazing. What you're facing gets proper ratings, ain't nothing phasing me. You play to see that I'm spitting so brazenly and blatantly. My bread and butter is the way to make the cheese. In this art form I illustrate, billis wasters getting paid, similar Z's and vindicate. My skill is crazy, I'm still amazing. When in doubt, I give a shout to Mr. Loud, says my style is figure out, so listen out when I'm about this. Kids got clout, we're moving on, I'm doing songs to prove you wrong. We thought we'll flop, the crew is strong, my family and tight-knit, planning all this nice shit, and everybody wants to be a star, but our main focus is just trying to be the brightest, brighter than a touch of Midas. I just know it's a mountain, we're climbing, we're striving for perfection in our writing, and we know that you're fighting metaphorical titans that don't mind swinging with giants of the rap game. I am ilmatic in perfection, it was written like the testament. I'm beaming, you're straight dreaming, all we doing is represent. Forget them CDRs, I make you listen instead, cause I breathe in CPR if hip-hop is dead, dead, dead. Cause I'm ill to my death day. And if you don't know that, son, you take a fist to your chest plate. Ill to my death day. You act lazy, I'm dope in the crack babies and make a boy spectate. Ill to my death day. Born in Trinity but raised in London. Half was this scene and half you get me. Ill to my death day. Like HIV victims, I'm constricted in my bars that make the wreck place. Mento, far from retro, the best knows I got heat like it's Fresno on the ground like a lesbo. And them flows are hard enough to cement homes. The rest don't got girls on the phone saying our best blow. I'm impressive in every session. Off B2B for any reference. Many bridges with deadly sentence. The hype I'm generating shows dedication. I'm steady pacing in the studio to make my way in and make a statement.
We are back. It's Skillit's World. This is episode 11. You are listening to the sounds of Mentalist, or Mento, as he prefers to be called in today. That was Death Day by Mentalist, Chris Mentalist. Mento, he's in the building here today, and we're going to celebrate his birthday, which is tomorrow. He has joined me in the studio today. Can we give a round of applause to Mento, Chris Mentalist? Thank you for joining me today, Mentalist.
All good, all good.
This is your first time on Skillit's World?
Yeah, man. Big fan.
For those who don't know, Mento is actually my brother.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, perfect. So, yeah, he's my older brother. So he's not only just an influence to me music-wise, but he's an influence to me in life. So we're going to find out everything about him today. What you were just currently listening to was Death Day, which is off an EP that he put out back in 2007 with my other brother, K913. Shout out to K913. It's a great EP.
Yeah, big up K9. Amazing producer.
Absolutely.
Very, very talented and, in my opinion, underrated.
Yeah, criminally underrated as well. Like, I think like he's got a following. People know of him, but I still feel like he doesn't get the flowers he deserves.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he's a very, very talented person. He's always been very talented from a young age, and it's great to see him, blossom in the way he has. But I still want some more recognition for him.
So when you're listening to Death Day, when you heard that back, like what memories did it bring of you breaking that project?
I mean, yeah, it was an interesting time. At that time, I was kind of like trying to find who I am, and I was a big fan of kind of like, a lot of MCs, Big L, Big Pun, a lot of American rappers, and I would say wasn't really where I am now as a person.
As a person, and do you think that the same as a lyricist as well?
No, I think lyrically it was tight. It's just,
of course, there's no debate about that. But do you think you've evolved since then?
I think as a person, I've definitely evolved.
Yeah.
And I think I'm more in tune with what I want to say now.
Right.
But yeah, it's growth, isn't it? You start off, trying to find your sound and find who you are. And it's a lot of the stuff I listen to sometimes I feel like, I don't know, I wouldn't say that today.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it was definitely a time where, creatively, it was a very interesting time and a very exciting time. It was great to hear like people playing, you know that song. You know, I had you know people on radio stations, you know,
That's right.
Choice FM and you know Kiss FM playing that song. So that was for me as a fan of hip hop and UK hip hop. It was like at least I had the opportunity to do that, and that was brilliant.
Well, let's circle back. We're going to get into your music career, but let's circle back to all the way to the beginning for those who don't know who you are. Who is Mentalist? Who is Mento?
Yeah, Mentalist is gone. Mento. Yeah. Just a avid fan of music, avid fan of hip hop. Someone that's loves hip hop and has I think used hip hop in a way to communicate my thoughts at a time where I felt like I wasn't always the most confident with communicating the way I felt or expressed myself. So I thought it was a very, very good thing to have had the opportunity to express myself in that art form. And it is art. Let's keep it real. Hip hop is art. It doesn't matter what type of hip hop it is. It's expression. It's art. And art has various forms. You know, some art, you know, is absolutely excellent. Some art, you know, may not be as excellent. It's all subjective, but you know, it's something that is expressive and it needs this recognition for what it can do for people in terms of them feeling like their voice is heard, but also just generally even for like mental health, like expressing yourself is important. And I think, you know, hip hop has done that for many people, and you know, I credit hip hop for allowing me to have that opportunity to express my voice.
So when did you grow the confidence and realize, you know what, I'm actually decent? When did you actually start rapping? Because from a young age, I just remember you just randomly just rapping, and it was just like, oh yeah, this is normal. Because obviously I know you, and I know like how much music means to you, and how much how big of an influence music is, and how much you influenced me with music. Yeah. So, but like, when did you just start like thinking, yeah, I can rap?
Nah, so we always rapped. Like, if you're a fan of music, you want to do the music at some point, I think, in your life. Doesn't matter if it's rock and roll, jazz, whatever it may be that you're interested in. You're gonna try and in some way emulate that. And I think eventually, I was studying at the time and writing a few things with my brethren Louis, and obviously before that, Louis and older brother Steph, they used to like do a little bit of writing, and we used to go down to like, you know, little ciphers and that. I remember going with like Matthew and the whole crew going down to Marvin's and doing little freestyles and that. So we're just like trying to find our voice and whatever. But like eventually, just thought, after uni, let me just have a go at it. And me and Louis just started working together, Loudmouth Melvin. And we got some things, we wrote some things, we changed things, we edited things. But we took it quite seriously at first. And you know what? It was interesting to see that the initial recordings that we were able to do with Hotshot, big up Hotshot, when we all worked together on a project called Quality Control, was able to get recorded and played on radio. You know, our initial recordings that showed that, oh wow, we do have something special here. So respect Hotshot all day, man. He was very much the founding father of that initial, you know, stages of our careers. So, and
back then you were in a double act tandem with Loudmouth Melvin.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
and you guys were called, at that time, you guys were called Resistance.
Yeah.
What was that like? Because obviously, I know you just said it. You just said it like, yeah, you know, Hotshot got is involved in this project, but that's a big deal, especially for somebody who's kind of making their rap debut, to be in the project with other MCs, and some of them were quite well established. Like, you know, you had Fuming on that project, Nico from More Fire Crew. So, you know, there was a few rappers in that project that was like probably a bit more confident than you guys would, but I knew you guys knew how good you were. So, I mean, how was that? Was that a bit nerve-wracking to be in?
Nah, it wasn't. It was just good that I think at that time we practiced so much, or we were just hungry, like so hungry that it didn't really, none of that was really something we considered. It was just about doing it and getting the opportunity. And in those days, finding like recording studios and whatnot, very difficult.
Sure.
So as soon as you know, Hotshot was like, yo, we're doing this project, like we were all in, and like Loud was behind the scenes with the producing as well, and so it was like, it was really tight project, and it did well, man. It did well, and respect to everyone as part of that project. I mean, you had like Locksmith on that project, you had Tony D on that project, you had Silent on that project, you had Kane out with the beats on that project too.
For sure.
Yeah, it was lovely. Like, it was a lovely little it was a good project, and it really gave us a platform to kind of build on.
I mean, you had some solo joints on there. You had Torture.
Yeah.
That was like was that your debut Torture debut song?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I can't remember.
And you were in a collaborative song. You had a song called The Biggest with Fuming, Loudmouth, and Silent.
I think again, as I said, like I was trying to find myself in those days, and I think I was trying to emulate more. I think the rappers that I loved, you know, and it wasn't necessarily. I mean, it's still nice to hear and what have you, but it's like where I am as a person. It's not really
far removed from who you are.
Yeah,
as well.
It didn't find my voice properly until.
Well, your name back then was Mentalist, so maybe at that time you were probably seeing yourself as a bit of a persona than you were.
Yeah, like crazy. It was like crazy with the bars. It was like how lyrically extreme I could be, or not really extreme, but in the terms of the flows that I bring to the table. Like every lyric, I didn't want to sound same as another one. You know, how well can I bring this together? My freestyles and what have you. You know, those days when we would go up to radio, we wouldn't want to spit the same verse twice. It was that kind of level, you know, like just listen to the old, you know, Big L or you know, New York kind of focus radio and try and do the same kind of have that same impact when people heard it. It's like, wow, that's what we wanted. So that's the kind of attitude we had, really.
So obviously, even though that was your debut, you officially released a debut solo project, which was Death Day with obviously we mentioned it earlier with K Night 13.
Yeah, man, big up K Night 13.
That process, I felt like from the QC days, even though there was a few years in between, Death Day kind of came around quite quick. I remember you making the artwork for it and you putting it out, and it got loads of love. It got loads of love on Kiss, Choice. Some people were playing on One Extra, I believe. Let's play one of the joints of that EP called Who Am I, which is like a proper, I feel like a real introduction to who you are.
Yeah, give a quick intro. Yeah, quick one.
I mean, we're not gonna play the whole song, but you know. So this is Mento with Who Am I.
Yo, Mentalist. Yo. Listen up, I was 8 years old when I left my homeland to a place so cold. Lyrically, we're gonna take a stroll. London, England was the destination. Since young, I've always had problems with my respiration. I breathe deeply, cold nights didn't sleep easy. Warm Milo helped me to catch sheep freely. Me and 3 brothers were tight, and each of us hardly started a fight. And in between summers, remember hanging with Dwayne, Kathy Khalifa. Sundays at Kevin Keegan's was the standard procedure. Kicking ball with my older bro. He taught me more than you could ever know. Show me the ropes of how it goes as a black youth. Not to follow peer pressure, so I'm back school. Cause you choose your future, I follow that too. But that's true, the short black kid with an afro grew up to be an MC, spitting these fat flows. I'm me. Mentalist. Yo, don't watch how you boast the phonies. You don't carry toast the whole heap. Born in Trinidad, which is the land of curry goat and roti. Soca and calypso. Joker, you know what rich shows. Couldn't walk a mile in my shoes. Change your pencils, that then flows with extempos. Won't hesitate to end man's days. Shutting Sally Manny's days. I lyrically display words with my own hands. Cause this verse was rehearsed to give respect to my homeland. I rep the red, black and white until my dying days. Can't wait to fly away, to see the island raise, to see my fam again. Cause I'm Trinity born like David Rodham. You stutter cause you're silly with the porn. Yes, I'm bigging up my flag again. Son of Winston and Marilyn, convincing and carrying the wisdom and marrying the words and the knowledge. I'm sick like I'm vomit. I'm giving, trying to make a living, and I love it. I'm me. Trinity to the bone. Mentalist, go in, man, go in. Mark my words, is the path from earth quicker than a charted verse. Conquers curse, ask it burn, they get charted earth. God returns with lyricism, sharper than ratchets. Hardly relaxes, just a heartless bastard and that's it. Fact is what I practice will leave you scarred with lashes. And matches are burning like branding irons from blacksmith and axis. Spinning the earth's surface and winning your worth. Murky the figures, I'm winning your birth's worthless. My words verses, still murky with serve purpose. I heard purses leave you praying like church service. Like Kaiser Soze, your usual suspect. You're upset enough, vexed, scuffed by a rough neck. Text don't need a 9 million to kill it. All I need is my mind really full of lies, make it look silly. Actually, bro, to God's magic, a shot in your bones that can't crashes. Rapidly shown the boss tragic.
Take a breath, yeah, but you gon' go
No
back
time
in.
for MCs that spit for fame. It's Chris the gay shit for praise. The raise on the downfall light. Precipitate my sin displays. Got people in my mannerism. I stand a vision to rapidly display a wider wisdom. Finding Christian is a necessary beat. The distress is very to you when I'm dead and buried in a cemetery. Kinda scary how these rappers they claiming I'm legendary. Must be merry of the skunk and the henny. Drunk of the Remy came when you pump in a semi. Auto with although you roll home or raw flow so global. My soul's pure, I'm no forgive. The pro control floors, I hurt more feeling dead in the Cold War. You used to write rhymes, came in the dopest, now you're outside saying you homeless. Must be no white lies when you won't focus. Just a silly can really you feel each kick. Don't be jealous cause I got a fetish for the pretty chicks.
Sup, go back in.
Cause I'm lyrically passionate, you're finished, you're smacking it. No gimmicks, you rapping sick, killing, attacking it. Kids giving a class for it. The minute I'm back again, diminish the rapper's wit. Sinister rapping shit, hot like I'm breathing fire, like pepper from Peter Piper. I bet you I'll be Messiah, my lecture degree is higher. Pressure like leaving wires, with freshmen they keep it quiet. With weapons, they secret liars, get caught, there will be a riot. Surround your little show, you're out just to get some dough. I'm tight with the biggest flow, and mics need a bit of both. Say I'm nice, guess what? They may be right. Analyze you pay the price. Many guys get paid tonight. He's not from a protocol. The tie that will fold in rule. The city in the court of law. Your bitch is to hold my ball. Make my meat. I ain't never kissed a freak. Your bitch cause you missed a treat. This cause you will be defeat.
Let me get pieces, don't go in, but go
My
in.
guest appearance left you fearing, you ain't getting near it. My vendettas depend better rhymes that affect your hearing. Cause last decibel usage is used, so just Lucas producers who do here so clueless. Like who's this? His music is too big. I'm ruthless and move with a crew that's just 2-6. The Ubris can't do this, you're useless. My new shit, computers can't compute it. My huge just improve with maneuvers to do quick, you're stupid. I'm too quick, I'm elusive. While you spit with Bruce, they've left toothless. For choosing to do shit, cause you diss, I do switch. Have you hit with 2 fists, if you piss like sewage, you see what you did? Unleash the beast who's hungry to eat. When I jump on the beat, coming with heat, but punches are deep enough to fuck up your week. Your month, your life, plus afters become a disaster. And once you hear a rhyme, you start to wonder how you answer. You're flabbergasted, that's some artists have come with some bars. It's attacking you asses, amateurs can't spit as sick as ass prick.
Hey, that's classic, man.
Yeah.
So earlier I played Who Am I by Mento and Go In featuring Lama of Melvin by Mento. I mean, this all that stuff, man. This bring back memories, man. Like, especially Go In, that last number I just played. That was rotated on like Choice FM.
Yeah.
So many times.
Choice. Semtex was playing it on One Extra. Yeah. Kiss MK was playing. It was a good time, man. And we were making some energetic music. Again, like lyrically good. Some of the content, you know what I mean? I'm not sure. I don't really agree with that as much now. But you know, when you're young, starting out, trying to be, you know, you're just experimenting. Some of the flows are amazing.
But that's not all you talk. I mean, I hear what you're saying about like some of your subject matters and things that you wouldn't.
Yeah, like egotistical stuff, and I feel like
Big L was a big part of our influences.
It was, and rap. That was rap. Rap was like, you listen to all the greats, whoever they may be, Cool G Rap, you know, Big Daddy Kane, you know what I mean, Big Pun, you know, whoever it is, Biggie, Jay-Z, Nas. How much egotistical rap they were able to produce, and as a fan, you kind of listen to that. And you start to try and do similar in your own way.
But you also had concepts like
absolutely.
Heads High. It's a song about, you know, knife crime and
absolutely.
troubled children. Young Girl. It's about young women appreciating who they are as girls and being strong against a very sexist society.
And that's what I'm saying. I found my voice
within the project.
I felt like, and I started to then become more conceptual and not just a barra. I felt like, you know, initially it was just about rapping, and I was like, when you start writing songs that kind of, in my opinion, or have had the best reception from people, it's those concepts that mean things, that, you know, that mean something, that you know, in my opinion anyway.
Yeah.
Place for everything, of course.
Okay, so Death Day dropped, and you got good reception, radio-wise, and even underground-wise, people knew about you. And you and Loud Mouth were doing quite a few shows on the road. You know, you opened up for Dilated Pupils.
Yeah, man, that was wicked.
You did stuff. You had a really famous show at Yo-Yo's, which was crazy with it.
Yeah, Loud was doing bits. So don't get me wrong. I was there with Loud, but let's give credit. Loud was doing bits at the time, and it was lovely. It was an exciting time, man. Like, I remember being in can't remember who it was. I think it was like Pro Green's tour or whatever, and they were playing Name Drop in the background. Like, that's wicked. It's always good, like, hearing your music played outside of your setting. That's, you know, that's what it's intended for. know.
I remember an iconic moment, which was a very sad moment actually, but it's when I went to see you and Loud perform in Elephant and Castle Ministry of Sound.
Yeah.
And that was the day Jay Dilla passed.
Yeah. That was crazy.
But yeah, I mean, like stuff like that. I mean, like on the road, like as much as you guys were and doing the thing as you were, do you ever like look back at those days and think, yeah, you know what, I kind of miss it, or are you? Is that, you know, you've done that and you're content?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was exciting. It was a lovely time. But yeah, it's about building from there. Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, time is different. And actually, time now for the youngsters coming into the rap game is the industry is such a different place, and that's a good thing for them. So hopefully they can make, you know, really good advances on their careers and not be exploited as much as other stages in other, you know, careers, music careers around the time. So hopefully this is a better time and period for them. Honestly, I hope so. Yeah.
I mean, at that time, I felt like you and Lau were doing it mainly for the love more than an actually viable option of seeking a. And don't get me wrong, if things happen and if
that's what it was. Yeah, it was a passion, isn't it? It was a passion. I mean, if we had more, we could have forced it more, but I think it wouldn't have made sense at that time. I think we really needed to have invested in ourselves more.
Sure.
And we did that with the writing and we did that with the practicing, but we didn't have the financial backing that we would have necessarily required, in my opinion, anyway.
Yeah, for it to actually really take off.
Yeah. You need heavyweight, serious support.
Yeah,
and we did have that, you know, that support initially. Of course, we did. But it's just it's a difficult. The industry is a difficult thing to navigate.
So what was going through your life at the time after Death Day drops? You were kind of in and out of music at the time before you dropped a second project, which we'll get into in a few moments. But what was going through at the time? I know you're working full time.
Yeah, man.
You met the love of your life.
Yeah. No. It's all about family responsibilities came ahead. You know, started, you know, having a family, and with that responsibility comes first, where you needed to kind of make sure you got a secure foundation for them, but also for myself. So I jumped into education, became a teacher, and that was a fantastic move at the right time. I miss obviously the rapping aspect, but you know, it's all about marrying that now. I think trying to create music that kind of helps to educate others. That's the kind of vibe that I'm on in terms of anything musical.
One of my favorite songs that you wrote during that time period before you actually went into education and became a full-time teacher is What For? I felt that was a concept song that you wrote about your experiences in retail. Can you talk to us about that for a little bit before I play this number?
Yeah. I mean, this song is most concepts, as most people know, when they're writing them, they're based on some sort of reality or something they've experienced or something someone else has experienced, and you think, let's bring that to the table. And I remember distinctively going, you know, as we get older and, you know, go and buy things for ourselves, and it was just something that I always picked up, and I'm sure many young people, primarily young black people, have faced this situation where we're walking around in a store and someone's following you, and you start feeling really weird about it because your intention is to go and buy, their intention is, you know, they think that you are stealing, and it's just a very annoying experience, especially when you have that experience quite often, and especially as a young person, I did definitely, and it was quite frustrating. So I thought, let me put it through the music, and it's just, these are the things that sometimes we have to navigate, and it shouldn't be that way, but it is. So let's discuss it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's something that we all can relate to, like just being stereotyped as black people, like
absolutely
around the world. Like it's just so bait, and it's so bait that, you know, even the ones that just pretend that racism doesn't exist, they just know what the deal is. You know, it's just like
and you know, there could be all their excuses, and I think the difficulty is if you continue to think that every single person that comes into your store that happens to be from a certain demographic are more likely to do that, then you're always going to have that kind of thinking, that policy of, oh, I'm going to stop these people, I'm going to look at these people, and it's across certain industries, and it's not right. It's simply not right.
dough. Feeling fresh and brand new, I need to pick up some clothes. I'm thinking a watch, some crepes and some tops. As soon as I walk in, it's like I'm being clocked by the security guard. He's watching me hard. I pay him no mind, cause I know it's a farce. But still he's watching me, grilling me and clocking me. I swear it's some hypocrisy. I thought that we would be free and he don't give a damn. His screw face is so blatant. His movements are proving he's racist. I'm through waiting for him to stop observing me throughout the store. Now we're hearing Icy Free on the radio call. The cameras are on me. I was feeling fine and now I'm moving dodgy like I've committed a crime. The situation is caused by discrimination, intimidation. I swear these racists only follow the colour of what your face is. When I'm in nighttime, I'm out in that store. They're watching me and I'm asking what for. Whether I'm in Foot Locker or JD Sports. They're watching me and I'm asking what for. Next, H&B, Top Man More. They're watching me and I'm asking what for. Every other shop when I'm walking through the door. They're watching me and I'm asking what for. These guys are keeping me close, they're extra visual. They believe in the stereotypes that I'm criminal and race ain't the only reason why they watch. Believing I'm guilty cause of the clothes I rock. Cause I wore a tracksuit, some crepes and a hat too. If I wore a suit, they will watch another black you. So Kojak, know that I'm pro-black and it ain't right. Watching us and ignoring others cause of my skin type. They catching the mood, they acting a fool, attacking the few. Cause they got bullied in school and that's left a lasting impression. So when you see a young black youth, man, you're starting to stress them. You judge with no proof, when you forget others. Why you target me, you're thinking you're just like Big Brother. Got a God complex, even when I buy my crepes. You're watching me at the store like I should be charged with theft. When I'm in nighttime, I'm out in that store. They're watching me and I'm asking what for. Whether I'm in Foot Locker or JD Sports. They're watching me and I'm asking what for. Next, H&B, Top Man More. They're watching me and I'm asking what for. Every other shop when I'm walking through the door. They're watching me and I'm asking what for. What do you expect me to do? I'm doing my job. If that means harassing you or pursuing a job, then that's what I have to do. I'll take the rap. I ain't got nothing to prove, but most times they're black. I ain't being racist, those are just facts. I learned that in training, you can't argue with that. Of course it's you I've chosen to watch. Walking around with your little bop, like you're owning a shop. Always browsing, I never see you purchase a thing. In council houses, spending all your money on blink. So I'm surrounded, when I see you and your clique, my face frowning, never know what you can nick. You can take it personal, I couldn't care less. Anyway, when I was younger, you gave me bare stress. I never liked them, they would run up and be mouthy. The same type that call me an Uncle Tom and a Bounty. When I'm in nighttime, I'm out in that store. They're watching me and I'm asking what for. Whether I'm in Foot Locker or JD Sports. They're watching me and I'm asking what for. Next, H&B, Top Man More. They're watching me and I'm asking what for. Every other shop when I'm walking through the door. They're watching me and I'm asking what for. When I'm in nighttime, I'm out in that store. They're watching me and I'm asking what for. Whether I'm in Foot Locker or JD Sports. They're watching me and I'm asking what for. Next,
I mean, yeah, as I say, it's an older song. I would write it differently today.
Would you?
Yeah, less.
I mean, I did like the perspective of like you also did the perspective
yeah.
of the security guard.
Yeah,
It's such an original take. Like,
Yeah,
no one's ever
The
done
last
that
verse where they wrote from the perspective.
But it was like a self-hate.
Yeah. And I think, I look back at that and I think maybe that was a bit judgmental.
Do you think that was fair? Do you think that was a fair way of?
That's how I felt at the time. I think that's important to recognize as a young black man. That's probably how I felt at the time. The way it was perceived, the way security guards would. It didn't matter the color of the skin of the security guard. They would still give you that same, treatment. That kind of following you around continuously. And it wasn't that's how I felt. Like literally, there was many occasions where people are just literally following you around. It's not.
Yeah, of course.
It's not that's how you feel. No, it's reality.
All right.
Interestingly, as an adult, going towards my 40s, less so. Quite interesting.
For real?
Yeah, quite interesting. So It's definitely a demographic about this, and I definitely there's a fear of the young black, young adult, which is really sad.
I'm gonna play.
It's another conceptual thing.
Yeah, 100. I love this tune.
Open the door.
Walk right on in.
Yeah.
Open the door.
Listen.
Walk right
Yo.
on in.
Yo. Moved in when he's a kid to a high-rise estate, as his mother had a lot on her plate, which is ironic cause on their plates there wasn't much that they ate. Hard times plus they felt like they were stuck in his place. His father left when he was 4, he was stressed, and even more he felt trapped and folded under the pressure. Left a note on the dresser, couldn't believe what he just wrote, claiming that he couldn't cope so she just broke down. He was young but understood what was going on. His dad was gone, his mother needed the strength to carry on. As time went on he got older and stronger. Used to look outside the window and wonder, never listened to his mother. She kept telling him to stay inside cause the streets would eat him alive. He should have took that advice, but he couldn't stand being enclosed in his own home. The 4 walls of his room made him sneak out and roam road 4 walls.
Oh, wow. They surround me. Oh, wow. They surround me. Open the door. Walk right on in. Open the door. Walk right on in.
Listen, yo. You see, his room was the 4 walls that he's trapped in. Now he's on the streets relaxing. It feeds his passion, cause his life was bothering. His surroundings were troubling. He knew that his mother was suffering, so it's up to him. She found it hard to balance the books, so he ignored the words of advice and started to hang with the crooks. His purpose, tried to get his mother out of the end. It's worthless as time goes on. He likes to pretend to live in his dad's shoes. He's mixing with bad news. His mother noticed things were changing, but chose to ignore them. Money's coming in, and to her that was important. He went from holding the shot and ain't no one to stop him. Went from eyeballing rivals to clocking 5-0 for survival. Ended up swearing on Bibles. Now he's got 4 years for distributing narcotics. Now the 4 walls of prison is extremely chaotic. 4 walls.
Oh, wow. They surround me. Oh, wow. They surround me. Open the door. Walk right on in. Open the door. Walk right on in. Open the door.
The 4 walls of prison, he found it hard to live and came out and changed his vision. He had no pot to piss in, so he looked for employment, not avoiding that the prison system vision is built to destroy men. But as time went on and he didn't find employment, his mind was less strong and there was no avoiding that. The low cash flow got people cooking up a batch for, and that's the shame when he's selling crack cocaine. He's tempted, but times have changed, but his paths still remain. New kids in the game, his vision have changed, so he tried to give these new kids a piece of his mind, saying that he wasted lives in the street doing crime. Of course he was right, but in trying to stop them bros and shutting them moles, cause that was the stuff he imposed. They had enough of his talk and gunshots hit his dome. Now the last 4 walls is when the coffin was closed. 4 walls.
Oh, wow. They surround me. Oh, wow. They surround me. Open the door.
So that was 4 walls. So what was that song about? Because that sounds like, you know, it sounds like about the traditional system and how they treat young black brothers.
Yeah, what happened was, I remember getting, like, I think someone I knew had the sample.
Right.
And I was like, yo, we need to get this sample. So I got it to K-Night and he flipped it. It was like a rare sample at the time. It was like, yeah, really rare. Not used by many at the time. I think Joe Budden went on to use it later. Yeah. So got it to K-Night, he flipped it so cold. I was like, yeah, I need to just make this song. And I was thinking about the 4 walls being different in every verse. So the 4 walls were of his home initially.
Sick.
And then the 4 walls were of the prison walls when he went to prison.
Sick.
And then in the last verse, because of his trying to change, but, you know, not leaving the gang, he ends up getting killed, and the 4 walls being the 4 walls of the coffin.
I love that.
So it was like, it was trying to describe, exactly what is happening on the streets from a different perspective, not necessarily a perspective that I've lived, but more a perspective of what I've seen, and that a lot of our young people get themselves caught up into. So
I felt like you were involved in, like, in terms of storytelling, man. You were just trying to.
Yeah, that, I mean,
that more of a message for.
Yeah,
people.
that's it, and that's when I started to find my voice more, and trying to be creative in different ways to say similar things, really, and to share a different point of view as to what was, you know, really popular at the time, but trying to get that audience that listens to lyrics again and understands storytelling.
So around this time, I feel like you were doing quite a few features on people's projects. You were actually doing a few mixtape features with Loudmouth as well. Loudmouth was doing a lot of like freestyle sessions.
Yeah, definitely.
And you were on one of my EPs. You were on you were actually on my first ever EP, which was Talk of the Town. and then you were on my second EP, which was, oh my goodness, which was As Seen on TV.
Yeah.
I'm having a man.
Killing me, man.
Sorry, this is really good content. So one of my favorite songs I've done with you, actually, it's called "Tell Him." I'm just gonna play that tune.
Tell him, yeah.
Yeah, that's the tune with me, you, and Loudmouth.
Yeah, just throw some super cuts in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the cuts are coming. Don't watch that. This is after the
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a good song. I feel like, again, it's one of those, you know,
it's a battle rap song.
Yeah, liquid swords.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just trying to show people that we can bar. And I think this is important for me. Actually, I'm just going to talk about how important this song was for me.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Because you guys are already making music by this time. I was quite relatively new. And I think I wanted to show that I could swing.
Yeah, that you can bar. Yeah,
So,
and you definitely can.
So let's go. This is Skillit Tell Him featuring Loudmouth and Mento.
Hand to mouth. Yeah, Skillit. Yeah. It's rap's finest. Trust my rap's timeless. Watch how this cat's spineless attacking you rap rhymers.
I forgot how crazy the beat.
Hand to mouth. Yeah, Skillit. Yeah. It's rap's finest. Trust my rap's timeless. Watch how this cat's spineless attacking you rap rhymers. Take around like cab drivers. Make it sound like Max firing. Me and Loud on the track fighting. Take it down, I'm not hyping. Nope. I'm just writing with metaphors and punchlines and making sure products tight. These amateurs don't come right. They're wrong like bum fights. The song's whack, I'm dumb nice. I'm murking you with one line. I'm warning you, it's my time. I'm warning you, it's my shine. Coming through, get out the way. Standard day with nothing to say. On mics, I'm about to spray. At nights, I'ma rock the stage. After that, I'ma rock your girl. That's the fact, she loves the tour. Matter of fact, she loves my world. She's a Skillit fan. Don't try and conceal it, man. You will never understand what it is to be this man. I've been angst till it bang. Don't act like you're not a fan. You'll never go like Peter Pan. I'm the show, you're in the stands. Right. Yeah. Tell him loud. It's hand to mouth music. I'm informing them we're more than them. Caution them, we're causing them. Disorder and we're slaughtering. You all with pens, don't war with them. See advice you ignored. Hat with your talk for that talking shit. Your writing is poor lies on the floor when it falls asleep. Throw rats in your jaw, left in your lips if you brawl with me. Your wife's on my balls next to my dick, she's supporting me. No knife but you bore, I would just know you're performing weak. Your minus applause, I get awards. I'm recording CDs. Nice as a ball, my this is called what? Yours should be, I'm lying, it's called yardstick. And ain't more than me, since title of course. I am so sure you can call me beat. She sides on my force, likely to cause you and yours defeat. MacGyver in war despite resources, I assure you G that I will assault rivals and walk away accordingly. No rifle, I'm more writing, I'm raw, you can call me beat. That's slightly before I am a sword swing and you're the sea. Swing. Big Mento, tell 'em It's Mentalist, no question if I send a kiss. Leave you rendered to a pessimist, so check your wrists. I don't give a your dependence is. My suggestion is to end your life, it's best to quit. Either edge a cliff or slump at a random bridge. Known to damage clicks, prone to savage shit. Like adamantium claws compared to lavish mitts. See, I'm menacing, I'm known to leave you trembling. I'm cold without the medicine, you're slowing like amphetamines. I roll cause I'm just better than you hoes without the estrogen. Don't beside the testament like O's without the measurement. No limits or pounds, just ask Skillit and Loud. No talk of the town, we just finger the crowd. Still get the respect and love from all the we get checks and above, no suggestions about buzz. Suggestions, we do this. Hand to my music.
That's some classic stuff right there, man.
Yeah, it's hardcore.
That's Loudmouth on the beat.
Yeah, the beat is crazy.
You ever thought about doing producing yourself?
Yeah, definitely. I haven't got the time.
I felt like you were producing musically wise, like you were producing your songs, especially with the album after this, which was Make You Proud.
Yeah, in a way, yeah. I mean, of course,
you
I had some amazing. No, it just had input.
Yeah.
I guess creative control, like with the samples and the melodies, and that album, the Make You Proud album, is a good album. I still think there's things I would like to, revisit, and it's just it's challenging trying to be. Yeah, trying to make an album, and you want to make sure everybody's happy with the content on there. So there's things for everyone on there if you're a hip hop fan. But looking back now, there's still some songs I'm like,
Not really.
Lyrically,
Yeah.
no, lyrically good, but message not what I would want to be. But yeah, the songs that have that message, oh yeah, I'm very proud of. Shouts to K-Night on the beats, shouts to Loudmouth on the beats, shouts to Good Child. Good Child had a really good beat on there as well. You know, through, you know, he worked a lot with Black the Ripper. So yeah, shout out to Good Child too. Yeah, I think that was it in terms of production on the project. It was really, really good, well produced album. Really, really proud of that album. Just obviously, yeah, it could be a little bit different, some of the lyrics, but yeah.
Well, let's talk about Make You Proud. This was the second follow-up to Death Day, which got loads of love in the streets and on the radio. So how important was coming to this second album, making sure that it passed
by this time I was more centered on working and, you know, providing for my family. So I wasn't necessarily looking at it in the same way with Death Day. Death Day was more, I was still rapping. And that was my main focus. Yeah. But I still had all these songs that I just didn't release because of just so much going on with the family. And I thought, you know what, let me just put it out and let it run and let people enjoy it. I think it was a project that put on the internet. And yeah, people loved it. People loved it. You know, I could have pushed more, but it was difficult. You know, you had your family, you know, you have your job, you have things you have to do. So it's more like a labor of love at that time. But it was, it's you know, I remember Numbers from Choice was loving Open Season, which I wouldn't want you to play now. But yeah, it was a lot of love still from some you know, some of the platforms or what have you. And I think for the most part though, was the messages from lots of people that I know and lots of people that, you know, I didn't know, who enjoyed the project, and I think that mattered more to me than anything.
Well, you had some really good concepts, like you know, For My People was a very much communicative song, family orientated song. Set It Free as well. You know, people, you know, believe in themselves and freeing themselves of whatever oppression they're feeling. Yeah. You know, In the Mood was a lovely song.
Yeah.
It's about you and your lady. You know, about just taking her out and just romancing her. Yeah. Reborn.
Yeah, man, big tune.
You know, Mirage, like there's some beautiful numbers on this project. Yeah. So I wanna, if you don't mind, I wanna indulge in some of this.
Home Away from Home, bruv. Home Away from Home is my tune.
I'm gonna start with that actually.
Yeah, that tune.
That is one of my favorite tunes.
That tune
you've ever done. That was featuring a very talented young singer named Crimson.
Yeah, bro.
K-Night alumni.
Yeah, man.
It's also important to say that in this album you had K-Night and Loudmouth doing most of the production.
Yeah, definitely.
You had one tune produced by Good Child. Shout out to Good Child.
Yep.
But it was a very much quarantine housed project.
Yeah, 100%. And recorded, like loud recorded, mixed. You know what I mean?
I don't know if you know this, but I have all the quarantine lot with all our solo releases. We say this is the best release.
Yeah, that's lovely to hear, man. That's lovely to hear. It's a good project. I still think there's elements I could have, but that's just the way life is, isn't it? And yeah, I'm happy with most of it. Yeah, I'm happy with it. No, I'm happy with it.
Great,
but
yeah, it's great. I think it's a classic. I love this album.
Yeah, it's a good album, man. It's definitely a good album. It's very, very much where I am. I would say very much reflective of who I am, and I think that's what the most impressive thing is from my perspective. Like when you hear it, you're like, yeah, that's Chris. Yeah.
All right. Well, this number is Home Away from Home. It's Mento featuring Crimson.
Yeah, man, wait, man. What's this, man? Why it smell like patty, you know? Ain't nothing bad, man. The man have a big bag of patty there and he passing me straight. Jacko, you's a mother ass, you know. God, Jacko, man, me need since yesterday, man. Give me a patty, no, man. Cool it, man. Give me a patty, no. Me need since yesterday, man. Patty, Jack, the guy in the record shop, man. Something to bite and give me one.
Greetings and salutations. This is Chris Mitchell, a.k.a. Kinetic, a.k.a. The Actual Factual, representing Breaking Atoms. And you are now listening to Skillit's World on iLive UK. It comes highly recommended, so please tune in and don't miss out. And if you do, it's your loss. Fix that.
Alright, I go with this sister. I know I can get my boy. Anthony, you coming? You want some patty? Yeah, I'm coming. But I don't want any patty.
Let me take you back, let me reminisce on the life and the times of the Mentalist. We flew out on that long haul flight, hugs and kisses to the the family, all by. Moved from Trinidad all to East London, where the feds will carry guns, but they keep truncheons. And we didn't have much fam, more like 3 cousins. At E17, I had all the streets buzzing. A big change from Trinidad, especially for my mom and plus my dad. They left the country they lived in their whole life for a new challenge so that they could provide. I remember kicking the ball on the roadside, playing knockdown ginger at all times. Trust me, those were the days, it's so live, cold nights, but we all settled in alright.
East London, my home away from home, though we were far from home, it soon became my own. East London, my home away from home, though we were far from home, it soon became my own. Home away from home, that's where I was born. These streets I've known, my home away from home.
Early to bed, early to rise, makes a man healthy, wealthy and wise. That was a quote from my grandfather over shores. He used to wake us up every morning, early doors. Most times it was so that we could do the chores, but I live by that motto cause I know the world is yours. That was TNT, my mind can envision it. The floods in the rainy season, the climate was different. Went from heat waves to over here cold winters. Saw snowfall a couple days before Christmas, and the accent was thick then. Remember the first trip to the palace in Big Ben. Shouts to my Trini family, I miss them, but I'll be back soon with my new arrival, cause he needs to learn about the places that grew up and learn about the place where his dad moved.
East London, my home away from home, though we were far from home, it soon became my own. East London, my home away from home, though we were far from home, it soon became my own. Home away from home, that's where I was grown. These streets I've known, my home away from home.
This is for my people, born elsewhere, but moved over and then settled here. And this place was far from home, but slowly it became your own. For everyone who ever had to move away, know that life ain't great unless you see some change. The saying where you're from is where you're at. I think it's both things that put you on the map. So every day, I'm bigging up my flag. Trinity to the bone and East London's where I brag. I'm a product of my environment. Best of both worlds, anything else I'll be lying, kid. To my country, I know I pay homage. And to London, you settled me, I stay honored. Cause Trinidad gave me the morals and made promise. And London taught me to be honest and chase profit.
East London, my home away from home, though we were far from home, it soon became my own. East London, my home away from home, though we were far from home, it soon became my own. Home away from home, that's where I was grown.
It's the same old me, you ain't never heard anyone like me, brother, I got better words. Been away from the game, but the bread I earned mean I can stack peas, now I got bread to burn. So make a toast, you heard what I said, need dough to make the bread. My flow will shake the feds like the raw uncut, no soda making steps. I get my dough legally, got no one to impress. But dress fresh like the fluoridated crest, gotta dumb it down, that's toothpaste for all the rest. I'm coming now, move blaze what I suggest. And when in town, dudes brave, puffing at the chest. They following my steps, they watching all my creps. But one thing they know, they ain't questioning my rep. Cause one of the hottest spitters UK has ever met. And I'm here to trouble you players, you know that I'm the threat.
I've been away, it's the same old me. Trust me, nothing's changed, just the same old me. Still got balls for days, it's the same old me. It's the same old me.
It's the same old me, it's the same old G. But I dressed brand new, you in the same old jeans. Was out for a minute, yeah, I played low key. Now I'm back now, gonna get the same OP. The same old gigs, but ain't the same old scene. You from the same old bits, but with the same old beat. They on the same old thing. Why they don't show me? Why they all phone you, but they don't phone me? Why? Cause you ain't cut from the same cloth. Tryna get my foot in the door, brother, and take off. Cause I aim high to take flight. These fake thugs thinking they fly, rockin' you go fake boss. Wanna be Kanye the way these braids floss. My advice is just wait till you're caked off. Otherwise, just try and play it safe. Cause I'm back and ain't nothing changed, boss.
Yo, man, I'm going through memory lane playing this stuff, man.
Safe, brother.
This is a very selfish episode. It's actually about me.
I've not heard these songs in such a long time.
Bro, I love that album, bro.
It's good. It's good to, yeah, it's good to listen back and say, yeah, you know what, it was all right, man. What I did was nice.
Yeah, bro. You made a little impact, bro. Trust me, man.
Yeah,
there's a lot of artists out there that knew how good you were, bro.
Yeah.
You're one of the best, bro. In my opinion, you're one of the best, bro. So
yeah, there's a lot of talent, isn't it? A lot of talent from London. So yeah,
Sorry?
I was just glad.
Emma's in the building. Dominican Emz is in the building. What's up? What are you gonna say?
I was going to say, sorry if I could ask a question, one that you guys have already covered, but why do you talk about music in past tense? Because I don't think I believe it. I'm not convinced.
Nah, I'll always write.
Too much
music.
hesitation.
Always write music and always write. That's just reality. That's just part of who we are. But it's obviously not as important to me in the way that it was in the past, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But there will never be a day where I will not be writing my thoughts about something through a kind of arranged melody around what we're going through in our society, because that's what we do. And we do that as music enthusiasts, but we also do it as Caribbean people.
Yeah.
You know, if you look at
Son of a Calypso artist.
if you look at Calypso, that's what it was. It was the news for the local people, news for the people before the newspapers.
Yeah.
You know, if you go back to West Africa, it's the griots. You know.
Educator.
Yeah, and
is that where we've got that from as Caribbean people?
Well,
or is it multiple things?
It's multiple things, but I think that is definitely a link. There's some sort of link there, definitely. A lot of there's links. There's certain links. The diaspora is. It's interesting actually, because even if you look to scatting in jazz,
yeah,
you see that similar.
I get that from reggae.
Yeah,
though.
exactly. Scatting in jazz, you got reggae and toasting, you got extempo in calypso, and you got freestyling in rap. It's like the links are crazy, and it doesn't just appear.
No.
There's a reason.
And Bayesians, they call it chanting, but it's the same thing.
Yeah, same thing.
Same thing. So it spreads
across the diaspora. And it all comes from, the motherland.
Another question, to go back to what you said, when you said it's not as important, or did you mean that it's because things have changed, like because you've got a family?
100%. Yeah, I got to prioritize what's involved. I can't be selfish.
I think you done that from the jump. As soon as you found out you were going to be a dad.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I am not doing anything that's not guaranteed money.
Yeah.
I respect it.
Definitely. I could have done
Leo.
more. I could have done it. Absolutely. Yeah. You got to, when you're in that mode, when you have someone relying on you, it's a different feeling. It's like, oh wow, the pressure's different now. It's before it was just me.
Yeah.
And now, I can live more selfishly through my passion, but sometimes you've got to also use your skills in different ways. And it's been brilliant doing that anyway, because I've learned so much. So yeah, it's been great.
So as we're running down memory lane, was there any songs that you recording around that time that you wished you put out, or anything that you remember? For instance, on Make You Proud, Fast Food Nation wasn't on there. Was there any reason? No. I'm gonna play that number before we go to commercial break. Yeah. But was there a reason why that's?
Well, Fast Food Nation was recorded around the same time as that's Good Child on the beat as well.
Good Child.
And that was on his that was on his project. It was on his. That was around the time I was recording Def Day. So, that did well. That was on Numbers 279. Played that
was rotated 15 weeks.
It was a lot. It was nice because I was getting people from outside of my locality.
PRS check nice?
It was normal, man. But I think more importantly, it wasn't about that. It was about recognition. People I had other rappers oh, you're
listen, there was people that don't even listen to hip hop like that knew that knew that song and knew that you were my brother that contacted me that wanted to do a video for that song, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
but
that song was big.
Even like, no, but just having like other rappers, like other UK rappers that were coming over and saying like, oh, really like that song. I was like, rah, that's lovely, man.
Yeah.
That's great to hear. But ultimately, the message, again, it comes back to the message. What's the message? What are we saying? What am I trying to say? And I was just trying to say at that time, in 2007, I think, music was changing and becoming diluted, and the messaging behind the music was becoming diluted, and that people were not taking the same approaches as they used to when recording music or writing music. And there was all about that fear about music just becoming disposable, and that life was becoming disposable.
Right.
And you fast forward now, and in one way you could argue it's worse. You know, so it's almost like a prophecy. And I use the fast food kind of as a kind of allegory, or as a, you know, as a way of saying in comparison to home cooked food.
Well, I love it. You don't
taking
really,
your time with your home cooked food.
Yeah, the concept was crazy because you had that with like the comparison, like you just said. But a lot of people weren't even talking about healthy eating back then. You know, even though you were talking more than about. I mean, it was more about healthy eating, but you know what I mean, or about how the society is.
Yeah. But it just feels like society is changing and things are becoming more difficult, so we're taking the easy way out. Yeah. And I'm talking in the song. I think was it in that song. Yeah, I actually included myself in it, which is always important, because sometimes when you're writing these songs, it can come across as hypocritical. And actually, I'm saying I'm also someone that's victim to it too, in different ways, you know. And we have to be careful. We have to be careful.
Well, I'm going to play this number now. This is a class. This got rotated on Choice FM, Kiss FM as well. Yeah, for like 25 weeks in a row. This is Fast Food Nation by my guest today, which is Mento.
Living in a fast food nation, when off is really growing. Need everything now, but we don't know where we're going. The blind leads the blind, needs everything instant. Our minds in decline, and that's just one of the symptoms. Everything's disposable, fads and trends. Things are in 1 week and then out the next. TV's giving us pointless facts instead, trying to pump fear so they can attack our heads. Dead servicemen overseas get pressed attention, but back home, young men's deaths ain't mentioned. Work till you're 65 to get your pension. The mortgage is 25, so it's best you're renting. And stress prevention is hard, mate. We live in the fast lane where some snort cane just to pass days. The iPod generation, so we're facing a lifetime of electronical goods in the waste. It's the fast food nation, machines still raging. We're way too impatient, love is no longer sacred. Big dreams that we're chasing, it's all so contagious. We're trapped in the matrix, the fast food nation. The fast food nation, machines still raging. We're way too impatient, love is no longer sacred. Big dreams that we're chasing, it's all so contagious. We're trapped in the matrix, the fast food nation. It's Great Britain, a creation of plunder. A fast food nation with insatiable hunger. No time for preparation, cause they're saying it's longer. Pumping chickens with steroids so that they can get stronger. Everything's bigger, larger, even supersized. There's no substance, trust see it through your eyes. A slow death, full of chicken shops and off licenses. It's hopeless, seems like we lost our path of righteousness. We don't forgive and forget about regrets. Rather sit in a cell just to settle up the debt, or just to get a rep. It's taking the next effect, where raising up a tech gets a man enough respect. We need to slow down, our environment's mess. Take control before nothing is left. Plus the circle of violence is frightening, especially when tried as patronizing in the art of enlightening. It's the fast food nation, machines still raging. We're way too impatient, nothing's no longer sacred. Big dreams that we're chasing, it's all so contagious. We're trapped in the matrix, the fast food nation. The fast food nation, machines still raging. We're way too impatient, nothing's no longer sacred. Big dreams that we're chasing, it's all so contagious. We're trapped in the matrix, the fast food nation. Cause everybody rhymes now, and that includes me. Everybody wants to die famous like Bruce Lee. It's the celeb culture, your 50 minutes of fame, but in years to come, no one will remember your name. It's about preparation like a 5-star meal. And presentation for 5 pounds is a steal. See, music is useless unless you put the work in. No point rushing, take your time, it deserves it. They're trying to eat grinds, but they're deep pound a week, fam. I told you, I'm rap soul food for the streets, man. My music never reminiscent of the golden arches. You should listen to the vision of a golden artist. My flow's the hardest, had them cool from the start. I'm just trying to make some tunes that are straight from the heart. And I do this for the love, I take my time with the art. We'll maneuvers to the clubs and then climb up the chart. It's the fast food nation, machines still raging. We're way too impatient, nothing's no longer sacred. Big dreams that we're chasing, it's all so contagious. We're trapped in the matrix, the fast food nation. The fast food nation, machines still raging. We're way too impatient, nothing's no longer sacred. Big dreams that we're chasing, it's all so contagious. We're trapped in the matrix, the fast food nation. It's the fast food nation, machines still raging. We're way too impatient, nothing's no longer sacred. Big dreams that we're chasing, it's all so contagious. We're trapped in the matrix, the fast food nation. The fast food nation, machines still raging. We're way too impatient, nothing's no longer sacred. Big dreams that we're chasing, it's all so contagious. We're trapped in the matrix, the fast food nation. Nation, nation, nation. Then this woman was deadly. She had a dream of the money and Bentleys, a house in Spain and a bottle of Remy. She switching lanes, full throttle the Chevy. She follows trends from celebs on the telly. Reads okay and hello on the Rexy. Wishing she could be on the cover of them sheets. Got big dreams but nothing's promised already. She starts off by doing modeling pics and men start ogling bits, and now she's loving the fix. She gets attention and she honestly lives just as she thinks and hopes a role model exists. In between photo shoots, now she's swallowing Chris, getting high off the drug that they be promising chicks. She's living the dream, got a buzz on the circuit, and flashes from the cameraman saying that she should work it.
It's a facade, it's a mirage, life of a star. It's a mirage, looking for fame, name on the stage, trying to stay.
We are back at Skillit's World. Before the commercial break, I played Fast Food Nation by my guest Mento, and this tune now that's playing in the background is called Mirage by Mento off the Make You Proud album that was released in 2011. So that's 12 years now.
Yeah,
my lord, time flies, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy. I haven't heard this song in a long time.
Big up Shanaz Dorset, who was on the vocals.
She killed it.
We get to Loudmouth on the beat.
Hey, first of all, big up to K-Night, big up to Good Child, and big up to Loud.
On the project on that album.
Not just for the beats, but for the mastering and the mixing and that. He took a long time to get this right, and he put a lot of time and effort for that, and something I can never pay him back for. Same with K-Night. K-Night is giving me beat after beat after beat after beat since the day he was 13 years old. I remember I bought him a little producing machine when he was younger.
Really?
And the guy is just super talented. So those two
Shout out
people.
to Davro as well. He doesn't get enough love, man.
Nah, Davro, that guy. Yeah, we'll leave it there.
For those who don't know, Davro's an alter ego of mine. He didn't make any good beats.
He didn't. Nah,
but
didn't work
I actually thought that was a person. I'm not sitting there like.
Shout out to K-Night. Shout out to
Hey, shout outs to a lot of this was recorded at Loud. Some of it was recorded at Smashers as well. I think a couple of tunes as well. Smasher and Louis White's before they started doing, recording in other studios. So big up to them as well, because for me and Loud, they were definitely the people we went to record our stuff. Yeah.
I have to say, man, of everything you've done some great songs, some classic solo projects, and you did some great music with your partner in crime, Loudmouth Melvin. I have to say, I'm very upset that you two never released a Problem Family.
Yeah, to be honest, it didn't work. It didn't work because we just didn't. It would have only ever happened if we were on the same page in our infancy, but we were starting to record our own solo stuff and what have you, so we didn't really get in the studio as much as a team. But by the time that we could have done it, I was already working trying to build on my career as a teacher rather than, a musician. So it didn't work. It's something like we should have done, to be honest. But
let's talk about that, because we could talk about. There's going to be some various numbers I'm going to play throughout the show of yours. But let's talk about your teaching and your career and how you ventured into that.
Yeah, man.
It's something that's very important to you, especially education of black children.
Yeah, all children.
And all children.
But definitely realizing that they, especially Black Caribbean children, in this country, for whatever reason, are not doing as well. So it's something that
I was one of the statistics.
Nah, you're taking.
I was one of them.
No, you were not.
You're taking the mix. You need to chill.
No, you was
You
not.
need to chill.
You actually wasn't.
You need to chill.
Keep going.
Yeah, it is.
We don't know this man his whole life.
It's a concern. It's a concern, and as a role model, it's important that I feel, from my perspective, that I'm in the schools to show what a teacher can look like. At the end of the day, teacher or leader, whatever it may be, is to show that sense of, oh, I can be this too, and wanting children to see that is important to me, definitely.
Absolutely, and it's something that you're really passionate about.
Yeah, man.
And you actually, and even before you became a teacher, I felt like that was something that was really like the subject matter you were talking about. I remember one time, I don't know if you remember this, you did a show. I can't remember where we were. I feel like we were in Shepherd's Bush or something, and you headlined the show, and you did. I think you performed Heads High. And it was a lot of it was like a youth.
Oh yeah, I remember that now. Yeah, that was the South. That was in the South.
People were resonating to what you were saying. People were actually really interested in what you were saying, and they actually loved the power that came out of your lyrics.
Big up Justin. I think Justin hooked up.
And as soon as after you performed, a gang came into the square, and then there was two gangs just faced up each other. One guy stabbed up one guy, and
I don't know about.
It was a stabbing. It was a fight. It was a fight. Look at me. I'm propaganda.
There was some madness.
You're just being Caribbean and embellishing on the people's story.
There was something going on.
Died.
Yeah, it was a madness. But I think then when you realise you can't really help as much as you want unless you want to be involved in that. But one of the ways of helping is by supporting children in education to see that there's different ways or different pathways, different avenues, rather than just thinking what I see on the street is the way forward. It's hard because you know how it is. It's becoming incredibly difficult for many families now. We know we're living in a cost of living crisis, and this is going to have a real impact on children, on young children that happen to be from working class backgrounds, and from, sadly to say it, children from Black Caribbean and African backgrounds, as well as young Asian children too. Chris. So it's going to be a very difficult couple of years, and we need to really think hard as institutions to kind of support these families and these children, because inevitably things are going to get worse for these children, and that's a worry.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, go on.
You sure?
Yeah.
Cool. When I think of you, I always think of like an activist actually, but what I've liked about you are not afraid to say what you think. So if somebody was to like hear you speak or follow you on social media, you kind of remind me of your dad a bit. You know where your dad has got that history of like the unions as well as him being a teacher.
Yeah.
But a lot of people just talk parlay, but you actually will like be really convicted in terms of like equity, equality. You speak about those things often, but you're actually you're not just talking, you're doing it by looking after the children, by being there for the children. I feel like you're helping as well.
We can only help, one job at a time, or one person at a time, or one life at a time. But we need to definitely think about how this is going to be, how are we going to make sure that these children do not become prey to organized criminality? That's the difficulty. That's what's going to happen, and it is a concern for me, because as much as we want things to be brilliant because someone's in education inspiring children, if the reality is they're not going to eat tonight and they have to make not so good choices, they will make those choices. So it's a difficult one.
It's a good point, because you just touched on it. Like, you're a teacher, you're there to inspire, to educate, you're shaping the future, but you're not responsible for their whole lives. Like,
no.
like their nourishment, their nutrition, like when they go home, that's that's their family. That's hard though, no?
100%. But, you know, it's a fantastic job, and anyone that is a teacher, you know, they love it because of the impact that you have. And that's the most important thing. And seeing children, you know, become grown adults, doing things, becoming, you know, going into real jobs and becoming successful. And that's the best thing in the world. So, yeah, it's a wonderful job.
So obviously, just before, while you're making the project to make you proud, you just become a newborn father, not a newborn father.
I mean, that'd be interesting.
How does that work?
You just become a newborn father. Congratulations. Obviously, your son was born.
Yeah, man.
While you were, shout outs to Kamai, my nephew.
Yeah.
Was that, you know, at that time, you know, you were straight on to like, you know, I need to get bank, I need to get money, I need to get a family sorted out for my family, everything. But was that a really scary moment? Was there a thing where it's like,
I think it was, but I can't. It's hard because you're a different person. Yeah. So it probably was. I can't remember it as much as I remember it being challenging. It was a challenge for everyone during that time. But looking back on it now, it's not as frightening. But I'm sure it was. It was. I think the most important thing I remember was just like that. I think sometimes it's hard because you want to inspire your son to do great things, and it's not necessarily that they have to be. I used to think, you need to be better than this or better than, and it's like, no, that they need to be themselves. As long as that child is themselves and are pushed to do as well as they can be. I mean, that's the most important thing. It's not like you need to be this, you need to be that, but they have to be pushed to be better than the perception of what they would give that young man. So, you know, I still think there's things that need improvement in terms of the way our young children, black children especially, are pushed in our society. But, you know, we'll keep fighting and keep working towards it. And I think a lot of it does come from a sense of who they are. They need to know who they are. Yes. And if that's not reflected within our curriculum, then it can not always help them to understand who they are. They'll just go off of what the stereotypes may be, or what things may be, or what they see, or what they perceive their selves to be. What do I see? How do I fit in this, in this world? If they only see, I don't belong here, then they may not feel like it's for them. And I think that's why it's so important that the curriculum reflects an aspect of each community that we have in our country. So those children do feel, I do belong in education, or I can see myself becoming this or that or that or this.
Well, you wrote a really beautiful song about it. It's called Reborn. It was on the Make You Proud album. You wrote a really beautiful song about your feelings, how you conveyed how you were feeling when your son was born. If you don't mind, if I could play that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
No worries.
What's going on?
Sing it.
The best day of my life, I think it's best to say. I swear down, I remember like it's yesterday. Laying down in my sleep, I couldn't estimate. Something my girl said really took my breath away. 3:30 a.m, she said her water broke. I jumped out of my bed, hearing them sort of quotes. A nervous guy, so I really ought to choke. But I stayed calm, knowing that I gotta hold my own. So we're off to the maternity ward, apprehensive. Never been there before, just hoping that it goes well for our firstborn. Praying there's no hiccups and that he's on earth for years to come. My girl's in pain cause my boy's taking long. I understand why they call it labor. You put in so much hard work just to make our son at your side till the day was done.
Life is like a detour, ups and downs like a seesaw. But ever since my son has been born, it feels like I've been reborn. Life is like a detour, ups and downs like a seesaw. But ever since my son has been born, it feels like I've been reborn.
This is my rebirth, and it means much more than each word I've uttered in each verse. My son was born on a Sunday, he knees first, thinking on that day maybe I need church. On my knees to thank the Lord for my seed's birth, cause usually it's just Christmas and Easter. He was born with a cord around his neck, and he still made it through. You deserve all of my respect, cause last time we weren't so lucky. And I thought to myself, maybe God don't love me. The proof is in the pudding, in the booth is where I'm stooding. And my youth is just the truth, and he's here not like he shouldn't. So I'm reborn, not just cause he's a little me, but I'm blessed to have him to push me where I need to be. It's like a miracle, I cherish just to have him in the physical, let alone the spiritual.
Life is like a detour, ups and downs like a seesaw. But ever since my son has been born, it feels like I've been reborn. Life is like a detour, ups and downs like a seesaw.
Mento, yeah. You see, I'm doper than a couple keys. You could call me chief of police, the way I bust the beat. Best to write my name with an apostrophe. Gentleman status, you take your hats off to me. BMX style, how I handle bars, fly out the front, blood, my swagger's like Cantona. Rocking my Panama and cigar, my swagger's second only to my stamina. The difference between genius and insanity, as long as I'm living, I'ma contradict gravity. Stay on the top for the longest, bro. They can only do that if you're bloody dope. And that's me if it's on the low. Move back, I'm the new crack like you're strong of coke. You're on the same level like a bungalow. What I'm on is dumb, I'm dope like a on the roads. Ain't nobody hot as me. They can say they got it locked, but you know I got the key. And it's me that they stop to see. These rappers on some paparazzi shit taking shots at me. You could try and hold my vision. I'm like a star in the solar system, man, I'm known to glisten. And the road will listen to my words of wisdom. I bring standards and I show the difference. Listen in the air like an activist. You hate cause I'm on top for so long on some fact. You need to fall back like a backwards flip. Matter of fact, all of you motherfuckers. But I ain't on the war thing. I'm a pacifist like 6'5". Just ask him if my raps are sick. Swagger's contagious, try to catch a glimpse. So outrageous, I can manufacture it. You can try to talk it up, whether fact or fic. Unleash me, we'll see the best rapper is. Applause I get will be rapturous. Stanley Kubrick style, you die trying to capture it. You know the best tactic is leave now before we clown you. Have to this bitch. So if your bars are like Mars, I'm the king side virgin for the fattest kid. Ain't nobody hot as me. They can say they got it locked, but you know I got the key. And it's me that they stop to see. These rappers on some paparazzi shit taking shots at me. You could try and hold my vision. I'm like a star in the solar system, man, I'm known to glisten. And the road will lift. Words of wisdom, I bring standards and I show the difference. I heard dudes say I'm biting. I'm innocent, I don't rise to that shit. I'm impotent, never listen to your diss. How can I be influenced? If our bars are similar, it must be coincidence. I'm ignorant, not listening to anything a critic thinks, won't even go in on them. A bigger man forgiving them. Don't wanna jump on tracks, sunning rappers like I'm kin to them. I can and I will though. If these fake pricks wanna buzz like a dildo. I'm trying to just chill though. You say you're real guys, yeah, real slow. And I don't feel those joints like quadriplegics. Got big beats, kid, and we kill those. I'm just saying, what's the deal, bro? Don't make me go and spray heat and track it out and feel cold. Yeah, we let it go. Yeah, we let it go. And if you don't know,
hey, it's Chris, man. You're catching.
I loved it.
Hey, man, this is a classic joint, so.
Yeah.
Hey, man. You and Lau's charisma, man, chemistry together, man. I loved it.
Yeah, man, we were nice, man.
I think one of the best tandems.
All of us, though, like, let's be real.
Quarantine was
nice,
quarantine,
man. Everyone was nice, man. Everyone was nice. Everyone was able to write and, you know, communicate in a way that was, you know, righteous if necessary, lyrical if necessary. Yeah, a lot of good concepts. We were a good team.
Yeah. Go ahead then.
Question.
Yeah.
But as much as you're like brothers, friends and brothers, I'm including Louis in this as well, did everybody kind of have their role in quarantine as well? Or not necessarily?
Nah, man.
Or did they have a time?
Not really. We just got
So
together.
there wasn't
and
a Beyonce.
Nah.
I would say so.
I would say like initially with the rapping, obviously Lou was really, really popping at one point. So that was at that time I was going to a lot of his little shows and stuff. I should say little, but I was going on with Louis. Yeah, no, I was going with Louis. It wasn't my show. You know what I'm saying? It was Louis' show. So we gotta respect Louis for that, man. But after that, I think Louis was more a creative guy anyway. He wanted to move the beat. He wanted to learn how to produce. He wanted to do, be part of it. And I think for him, it was that creative. He was like a really creative character, man. He wanted everything to be.
Do you trust me?
Do I trust you?
Do you trust me?
Yeah, I trust you, bro.
So this song here is one of my favorite verses of yours. Do you trust me? I'll edit everything on this.
Nah, take this off, man. I can't do
You
it.
sure?
Yeah, bro.
I want to rap this verse.
You can rap it. You rap it.
I can edit it. I'm in the edit.
You do it,
I'm
do
not
it.
done.
Paper market.
My boy Lloyd's in the corner puffing green till it bleed, and he smokes up at the light. If we see po then we might breathe. And if your chick likes me, they call it a night geese. She might be, but didn't say she's a wifey. So rightfully, I was clocking her like Spike Lee. Twice D, so I call them things Siamese. If she's going on stush, she's a righty. Hey. Slow motion, slow poking like Tai Chi. Mentalist, another interview, a live free. Stay in the line, there's no question that I write heat. So ahead of my time, you can call me light speed.
I'm large, what the hey?
You ain't quiet, you stay away from the mic, please. Or prepare to get taken out
like, wait a minute.
When you see us with a woo, no, we says it. All the time before me and your wife, we was best friends. She's lying about the times that I crept in. Look, star, got more bars than the West End. And I got sharp light, the best tricks of mine.
Yeah, it was good.
You've
It was
got
good.
more bars than the West End.
Oh, bro.
Them days.
We keep saying it. You are
One of the best,
wordsmith,
man.
but
Oh,
you've got the way you use your words as well. I love it. You cheekily threw an allegory. We never have heard that word in the 30 weeks we've been here. People aren't as intelligent as you.
No, it's not about. It's just about. Yeah, it's about like I think with rap and hip hop, it's when you listen and you take in what some of the most prominent rappers have said. You know what? One thing I have to say, like hip hop was a kind of experience that led me to learn more about certain things and injustices that we didn't have any idea about in education, and that's why I love hip hop, man. You learn so much, not just language and events and our own history. It's just everything pulled together. We also learn not so good things. I've learned lots of not good things in the terms of way you should speak about certain types of people, way we should talk about women. Do you know what I'm saying? There's things that I learned that I have to unlearn, and I have unlearned, and that's why I look back and I'm like, some of those things I said, I was trying to, emulate some of
You thought it was cool.
Absolutely.
They're not cool.
They're not cool. It's not cool to have that mentality.
Yeah.
And, I've got 3 daughters, and I look back and I think, wow, what a plonker I was.
What a plonker.
What a plonker, mate.
But you'd also
But
get
I've learned, and that's why.
You'd also get a cutlass.
May have a cutlass there. Don't worry, cutlass there, ready, sharp, sharp.
So after the Make You Proud album, which was really well received, we did towards the end of 2011. We all got together. We formed like Voltron, Loudmouth, Mento, Pyro, K-Night, Skillit. This actually happened because people on the internet were saying on Twitter. This is when Twitter was first arrived.
Wow.
Twitter
was like, some people on Twitter who were fans of all our solo projects was like, hey, how come you guys don't do a project together? And we're like, yeah, that's a great idea. And then we became Quarantine. So this next number is Carnage by the Quarantine. It's got all 5 members in it, and it's produced by my brother K-Night 30.
Love.
Carnage is
Let's play this one.
Shout out to K-Night.
Hey,
Ooh, I love that beat. Woo.
Maybe it was time that I got lazy with the rhyming. Negative, I never did. Well, maybe just a slight bit. Maybe it was time that I got lazy with the rhyming. negative, I never did. Well, maybe just a slight bit. But lately I've been writing like I'm crazy, and my mind is like a maniac. I might flip lines to make her rap so nice and ticey. Lady as my statue, whacking brains the boy, she liked it when I'm not in. Sorry, coming like, say she is a psychic. Have her facing it like I is kinda Masonic. Deny it, I'm abrasive, I might break shit like an anus when it's tightened. I smash the shit to smithereens, I'm passionate, so is my team. For rappers sick within the scene, you best watch mouth like Listerine. You faggots in your sister's jeans are pandering to little teens, embarrassing your shit CDs, ain't saying much like Mr. Bean. Bad comedy bothers me, honestly, wannabes off a weak novelty, poppy be sonically, not for me, obviously. My word is my bond like Connery, I offer no apologies. Model freeze, wanna speak policies, holler me, then swallow
my
me.
My team called me readily to cause carnage and harshness like Owen Hart when he dropped from a false harness. Most artists claim that their acts are wholehearted when they're lames and they boast are a most a joke, aren't it? Amongst the who's finest, I rhyme with the old timers who told me before I rap that their tracks weren't worth rhyming. Lines they co-signing, reminding and all smiling. Say my raps and my tracks are in fact like gold diamonds. Style and profiling like Flair when he fought Vader. Amazing instigator, ain't afraid of a green gator. I leave haters pissed, I'm their wifey screensaver. At least I feel greater at ease, say please later. Unique flavor, I'm fresher than newer migrants. Loud reduced silence with signs like blue sirens. Don't promote violence but verbally slew tyrants. You heard of a few rivals, don't worry, this crew's rising.
I look happy and seem blessed. You would assume that, cause my head ain't hanging down like the Queen's breast. My train of thoughts blowing, ain't ran out of steam yet. Their thoughts move like a fat brother in lean crepes. My team reps properly, posing a keen threat. Roles are figured out, we ain't needing a screen test. See, all of your dreams get dashed like a teen sket. You gotta sell pregs, then got left like a reject. My flow is a defect, it wasn't meant to happen, fam. Rat so much punchlines, I should have a battered hand. Spit so hard, you would think I got a shattered gland. Superpowers burning everything, call me acid man. Yeah, so fuck what you heard. Peace battle whack bar, man, that's fucking absurd. Anytime I'm in a place, you hear the clucking of birds. I get so many offers that it's nothing to curve them.
Check the verse, you might not make it first. You shake your turf for your lighters and make it burn. It's a curse, you're wiped out. It's Satan's church on the mic, you're dead out. Make the earn, let them know how hard I am. I'm the scene, there's no in between. Got your head in the guillotine. Pay your fees, see me live, no it isn't free. By the end of the night, no you wouldn't leave. Got bars on my sleeve, pulling rabbits out the hats, you're going down, it's a fact. You should breathe, the cue to freeze, I'm cold. Removing stains, I'm bold. You're all the same, you're old. Growing pains, you know. I can write with one hand, you're dumb fams. I'm acting like you got whips. I see you on that bus, man. And I'm the boss, man. Paying you a wage, paving through the way. All you do is sit there and hate.
K comes awkward when I'm warring a different flow. It's like John said, I abhorred them, you didn't know. I style the crowd with wows and owls come through. Not around to find out, couldn't say your son, you ain't a father to the child. So regardless of the style, your words sucks, ain't heard such garbage in a while. These kids are slacking, I'm quick to slap into hell. So quit the rapping and get to stacking the shelves. On the camera, you prove you're amateur with slurred sounds. Where's the stamina? You threw the towel in the first round. Before your boy tried to squeeze with the line of freeze. And he's to consider both of you like he's Siamese. And K kill him, straight villain, make women take linen off. Then I place in them, 8 of them, make straight lace women. Strange face, change drilling with my 8th grade living. That's how K stay kill him. Quarantine.
Hey, man. Memories don't live like people do. They always remember you, whether things are good or bad. It's just the memories that we had. Come on, man. The great.
You did the Mos Def, I did the.
I know, you did the original.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah.
Bro, man. Love it. Love it.
Yeah, man.
Love it, man.
It's a good. As I said, I haven't listened to this stuff for so long. It's good to go back
Why
to.
though, babe?
Time.
Is it like, you know how good you are, so you don't need to.
Nah, it's not that. It's also sometimes it's good to not always listen to your things because you want to have some inspiration from elsewhere. Yeah. So
nice rebuttals.
Yeah.
Smooth.
Yeah, Carnage, man. Quarantine. And then after that, you did a few. You were working on some new stuff, but I think ultimately,
yeah. I've got some things. I've got like, K-Night. I love K-Night. He loves me too. However, I'm sure he's a bit fed up with me because the amount of stuff that he's sent me and I've started, recorded and not released is not good.
Yeah.
But
why do you all do that?
However,
I do it as well.
Yeah. However, a little lost and found Mentalist thing might be flying its way online, and because I've got tunes there that I need to, but I won't have time to do it the way I would like to do it. But some of the stuff needs to be freed up, you know.
Yeah. Free up Mentalist, man. Big up Mento.
Yeah, bro.
You're so talented, you have to.
Yeah.
I've got a question for you guys.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
So obviously, you mention all the time, you have D. Alberto,
Yeah.
Mr. The
Yeah.
original, and you guys, not the remix, but the next generation.
Yeah.
The next generation after you guys, in terms of like, is your Kamai, the others. You've got Henry, obviously, as your little brother. I'm not going to put him in that bracket. Are they following suit musically?
I don't know. It depends on him if he wants to. Yeah, he does love the music, but I'm not going to push him into it. If he finds it, I'll support him. If he,
Got you.
yeah, I wouldn't want to push anyone into doing something they don't want to do. It's all
If
about
it was-
when you find yourself.
What if it was really financially lucrative?
Nah, it's not about it's not about that. It's about knowing who you are and representing. Because even like when I was younger, I had no idea I wanted to even. I didn't have the confidence to even. I used to write, but I didn't have the confidence to spit it to people. No, not at all. And I guess for a younger person in our family, it'd be about like, is this what you want to do? You know, what you want to do is this. You know, how we were looking about doing what you want to do rather than come, let's do this.
That confidence thing, was that an age thing? Because I've heard you speak, the way you talk, you are like a confident person. You're senior in your career.
Yeah,
well.
I
Was
mean-
it something you just naturally
Nah,
developed as you got older?
Yeah, confidence is always something that's challenging from some people. I think something for me, certainly. Hey, that's a rhythm.
I thought it was you playing, you know.
No, that was really
Yeah,
loud
no.
as well.
Confidence is it's not natural to everyone, for whatever reason. Yeah, I'm a more of a shy, removed character, and that's fine. That's who I am. I can't really change that.
See, I don't find you so. It's so interesting. It's how you might.
Nah, definitely
see
am.
yourself.
Nah, definitely am.
No.
Definitely am. 100%. But that's fine, and I'm
If
happy
you
with
want to
who
come
I
in here
am.
and light, it's fine.
Huh?
If you want to come in here and light, it's fine.
Just being real. That's who
Okay,
I am.
babes.
But
Okay.
I'm happy with who I am because at the end of the day, you have to be who you are.
Yes.
And then you have to just overcome those feelings of, of maybe anxiety or worry or concern when it comes to anything.
And then you
that's-
get older and you realise that those anxieties, that concerns, that uneasy, you know, when they say like you that terra firma thing, your feet, it's just you don't feel
Yeah.
settled.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of normal.
Yeah, of course it is.
Because we all grow up thinking that you're the only
100%.
person
Yeah,
that's feeling
exactly.
anxious.
Oh my God, I'm feeling anxious. Oh,
You
why
feel
do I feel it? And
weird.
you think,
I've got a
what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me?
but-
It's
and
not
then
that. It's not
all
that.
of us, well, not all of us, it means not to say that and project, but a lot of us have that. And people you would presume are
Yeah.
the most comfortable, confident,
Absolutely.
accomplished,
Yeah.
all have those things.
Yeah,
and you have
yeah.
to push through.
Yeah, that's it. And sometimes it's about learning
do.
from
I
learning from every situation where you can.
So what's some of your favorite songs that you've worked on? What's some of the favorite collaborations that you've been a part of?
That's a hard question. I mean, anything with the team, really. Yeah. Anything
Like,
with
you know, you've done stuff with Black the Ripper.
Yeah. That was lovely. Yeah. I didn't work with him as much as I wanted to. I think we did a couple tunes.
You did a couple tunes together.
Yeah. That was good. But obviously, K Knight and Blacks used to work a lot. We did a couple tunes, which was good. That was lovely to work on.
How did you guys meet him?
That's through K
K-Night,
Knight.
man.
K
That's
Knight used to
K-Night's
produce
boy.
for Blacks. Like rest in peace to Black the Ripper.
Yeah.
The guy was an authentic voice
Bless him.
for Black young adults at that time, definitely.
Yeah.
And that cannot be forgotten. And his music should not be forgotten.
He
Certainly.
he was a one-off, wasn't he? He
Oh,
was
absolutely.
somebody
One of one, man. Very talented brother. Like worked with a lot of people like through Louis as well, like through his camp, like he used to work Aftershock, so I worked with like El Ray and a few other people. He's worked with El Ray's worked with. I love working with El Ray. Big up El Ray. My guy still, but yeah, you know,
Big up
through
El Ray, man. Very talented singer.
Louis
Aftershock,
patterned up.
Aftershock alumni.
Yeah, Louis patterned up, and since then, me and him have kept in good contact. He's a very talented and always will be a talented singer.
There's an answer you didn't give that I was hoping you would give. Am I allowed to play the song?
Play what you want, mate, but I don't know what it is.
It's tuberculosis and Mento.
Yeah,
hard
course.
times.
Yeah, TB, yeah. I mean, that's family still, Trinity
Shout out
family.
to
that.
Big Cakes as well, doing the introduction to
yeah,
the tune.
Yeah. I big up TV still.
Trying to make that paper. Still trying to shine.
I've forgotten about it.
Shit look fine.
This is classic.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, trying to survive and push this food like.
Who's on the beat?
K9 13 on the beat.
K9 is crazy, bro. Best of K9 needs to come out.
These are some hard times in the ends, it's more like a pastime. So boys on the road, shot in the moles, a hard white. Far cry from the days when raised to car crime. Can't lie, it's changing, blaze to star guys. At times are getting harder, killers are getting younger. Because they have no father, they rather kill a brother. So two mothers cry, they both lost their life. Cause one's no longer here, the other's locked inside. And feds be patrolling the street cause it's damn hot. We need to make ends meet like kebab shops. And everybody's got weed, so they man shots. For protection, either a piece or a shacked up. It's like we're paying for the sins of a past life. Cause bare kids be trapped doing hard time. And when they come out need peace, that's a certainty. And there's more black kids independent university.
We're living in hard times. We're dealing with hard times. We're sinning in hard times. We're killing in hard times. We're feeling a hard time. For real, it's hard times.
The love is something you never think. Nah, TB killed it.
TB, bro.
The vocals.
Shout out to my brother TB.
TB.
Hard times. Times have been hard since the beginning. We sparred with a colossal nature and a threat. Give her F for the system we live in to make a living. We're sinning, slinging and sing like if you want it, give him a thing cause he's on it. Got the white girl, the brown boy, plus the chronic. Bless you for when times get messy. Ever ready with a sharp instrument and near-death experience.
Them boys don't know, they ain't serious.
Money make the world go dizzy. See them baking over there, but I ain't getting pop like fizzy over here. It's all bang bang. Give me the loot, give me the loot. Ready to die. Give me a zoo, give me a zoo. I'm going out high. There's no love lost in the war. When man are getting knocked off for a war. Hire the fire for 4 scores and 1 more. It's all raw. Now they're spraying RIP next to his name on the wall. Hard times. We're living in hard times. We're killing with hard times.
Beautiful, man.
Yeah, TB smashed that, man.
Shout out to TB, man. Wolfenstone legends.
Yeah, bro.
Oh my god.
Trini, man.
Trini, man. We got something new coming out soon, me and TB.
Yeah. Dope.
Yeah, man. I love that guy.
Yeah, good guy.
So much charisma as well. Oh, by the way, you're back and forth together on this bit as well.
Oh, yeah.
Armageddon's coming, we're running out of righteousness.
Problem is we're gunning and flooding because our life is just
so hard and money's too tight to mention. Didn't learn nothing in class or in detention.
So when we leave, best believe we're feeling the tension. Live for now, no guarantee you're seeing your pension.
We live for today cause tomorrow never comes.
And they're itching to blaze, so you know you better run.
Better hide, better duck and dive just to survive.
Cause it's a grind, staying alive means you're plotting tonight.
Copping the bucket with a knife, chopping up rocks. So why? If you're coming from the bitch, you ain't gotta ask why.
It's a given where we're living, there's lots of crime and some sin in the mirror image. Our visions be tinted just for the spinach.
Yeah, actors are getting clapped for their BAFTAs and fake image.
So we stack up for backup, trust they ain't timid.
Big tune.
We're living in
Hard times.
Shout out to K-Night for you.
Yeah, underrated, man. I'll say it again. K-Night, Loudmouth Melvin, underrated producers,
Yeah, man.
underrated people, man. Talented, talent. Big up TB too, man.
Big up to Tuberculosis.
Yeah, big family man too. Respect to
Yeah,
you.
he's another one.
Include yourself in that. You're uber talented. That
Yeah,
was
cool.
amazing.
Yeah.
I keep saying the same thing and I'm repeating myself.
Yeah.
I love how you put your words together.
That's what we do. That's what we have to do.
Yeah.
If you are going to be a rapper, you need to be able to articulate and use it. That skill, the rhyming form with lots of different flows, so it's all entertaining. So yeah, definitely.
Okay, man. So do you ever get the bug? Do you ever wake up sometimes like, I need to start writing again, or I need to?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm writing all the time. Like I'm writing something now. I'm writing a project now, trying to get this done when I can. But I want to do it as soon as I can. I've been writing it for a couple of years, so it's like an educational rap album for like Black history, like stories about prominent people within our society over the years.
I love.
So it's targeted towards children, but like teenagers as well. Of course, I'm not doing drill. I'm not doing whatever the children listen to. I get that, but it's just an art form. It doesn't have to be just children. It can be for adults. It can be for whoever it is. The most important thing is it's music, it's hip hop, and it's telling stories about people through the form of music.
Well, I love that you put yourself. You still put yourself out there. I know, like during COVID, everybody was in their homes, and the only way we can communicate was through social media. And there was a platform that you were on. I can't remember the name of it now. And that Fallacy producer.
BMT. Yeah, BMT. Yeah.
You were on there doing spoken word. And
yeah, no, I was just writing some of the lyrics for the song, the Black female empowerment rap that I made.
Wicked.
I love that.
I don't know if you've got it. You may not have it. It's
I
on
don't believe
YouTube.
so,
If you
no.
can find it, I don't know if you could play from there.
Yeah, I could probably find it.
But yeah, and it was about, like, I just thought it was important because I did a rap 10 years ago. I was working in a school with my mate Darren and Darren Chetty, and he was talking to me about maybe doing a Black History rap, and which I did. But then when I realized, and I was looking at all the names, it was so focused on male figures.
Yeah.
And looking back on it now, I was writing a part 2. I thought, let me just write a part 2. And then I realized, wow, like it is overwhelmingly male figures. So let me do some deeper research and find out about some other prominent Black females. Some of them I knew, and some of them I had to do a little bit more research on.
Yeah.
And it was important because, you know, I felt like the children in our society need to know these names of different people. And yeah, so I recorded that. Kay and I did the beat. It was a really, I liked it. Yeah, there we go.
Show our appreciation to the Black women who lived in this nation. We're looking at their achievements specifically, as they have often been ignored in history. So this time around, let's chant and cheer for our women heroes, ignored for years. Not always well known, but we can change that. For our Black female heroes, we can all clap. We have to start with the beachy-haired lady, estimated to have lived in 280. Stood at only 5 foot tall, but was a monumental figure in the history of us all. Her presence alone, it changes the course. Being Black and British is a historical thought, named after the place where her remains were found. But when the discovery was made, she made a crowd. The first Black Briton that we have on the record. And next, if not first, then it must be the second. Will be known as the Ivory Bangle Lady. Was around the time that the Romans invaded. So early Britain seemed to be a combination. Some migrated Africans, some Black and brown faces. Items found in the grave means she was of high status, ancestry African, thanks to radiocarbon dating.
I love this, man. Like it's and it's needed as well. That's what's so important.
Yeah.
About it. It's like it's true what you're saying. It's like, and I'm sometimes guilty of doing that. It's like when you rap about, because obviously men predominantly run the hip hop business or the rap business, so sometimes
not just
men run social society and everything.
100%.
And everything. Yeah,
and that's the problem.
Yeah, 100%.
Because it's not balanced.
And we'll rap from our perspective or a male's perspective.
Yeah, and even in the song, like there's little bits of it. I listen back, I'm like, oh, I could have tweaked that. I could have said that a little bit differently. It's all about evolving and learning, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's I'm proud of that, and I want to continue kind of making songs which bridge the gap between entertainment and, you know, knowledge, especially when it comes to Black history, which I think is underrepresented in this country.
Yeah.
And I certainly hope that, you know, people will be receptive to it and would want to listen to it. And children, more importantly, they can listen to whatever they want to listen to. That's fine, because that's their choice. But I would like to hope and think that they will entertain some sort of, you know, knowledge-based music as well, not just war and conflict. Because
of course,
that troubles me.
Yeah, I love that about you, brother. That's why so much respect. We got 20 minutes, well, under 20 minutes left of the show, so I'm gonna do a few. Well, we're gonna play a game with you, Mentalist. You know,
alright, man.
Mento.
Mario.
I wish. I have a segment most of the time on the show called Favorite Things. I'll ask you your favorite things. So Dominican Emz, think about some favorite things to ask him when I play the jingle, please.
When I rhyme in remarkable timing.
Saigon. So this is Favorite Things, the Mento edition. If you listen to Skillits World week in, week out, which I probably doubt you do, we throw out segments. We throw out questions of what is your favorite.
Be nice, be gentle.
What's your favorite flavored ice cream?
I think pistachio. You know.
Really?
Yeah. I remember memories of me having that back
mint.
in. But nah, that's my missus and the family.
I love mint as
never
well.
mint. I could never. No.
Which country do you want to go to next?
That's a hard question. There's a lot. Basically, I need to go to Caribbean next. Really.
Yeah.
Same.
Go back to Trinidad.
Either Trinidad, like my children need to see the Caribbean.
Yeah.
They've not been, so we need to go either Trinidad. We need to go maybe Jamaica, St. Lucia, wherever they need to go to see their family. Unfortunately, we have no family in Dominica other than yourself.
You are a massive Liverpool fan.
Absolutely.
Your favorite Liverpool player?
Johnny Barnes.
Yeah,
simple as that's the reason why we support Liverpool.
Yeah, 100%.
He was an icon. He was somebody that when he played football was mesmerizing, and as a young black boy growing up in the Caribbean, seeing him do what he was doing in England and then moving to England, you know, we saw like how special and talented he was. So yeah, he was definitely,
even after that rap.
I mean,
even plus the rap was even better. The reason why he's got status.
That rap is phenomenal.
Favorite rapper?
That's a hard question, man.
I know.
Yeah, I don't think I can answer it. I'll just say that there's a lot of rappers that have had a big impact.
Let's throw
names that have had an impact.
Top 3.
I can't do that, but I'll just say, you know, there's a number of rappers, whether it's typical ones like Biggie, Big L, Big Pun, you know, Jay-Z, Nas. Then you're going back, you got like Public Enemy, Tribe Called Quest,
Rakim,
Big
Daddy Kane.
Yeah, absolutely.
Slick Rick.
I love Slick
Outkast.
Rick.
Oh, Outkast, man. It's too many. Pharaoh Munch. Let's not forget Pharaoh Munch. Let's Kweli, Mos Def, Common.
Yeah.
You know.
You've not mentioned any females.
All right, let's Lil' Kim. That hardcore album, as you know, credit where credit's due. One of the finest pieces of work in terms of rhyming. Lauryn Hill.
Foxy was dope as well.
Lauryn Hill. I mean Foxy, yeah, but that's.
So your Trini sister.
Yeah, that's it. But Lauryn Hill.
I love Lauryn.
Lauryn Hill, man.
Would you still rate her now?
Kanye West, as much as he
easy.
Kanye West.
Yeah,
talent, man.
Favorite R&B group?
Ooh.
I know you love your R&B.
Yeah, from a youngster, New Edition. To like Bobby Brown and
that's a good.
My God, like Bobby Brown, man, crazy.
Favorite movie?
That's hard.
I know.
I can't answer that.
These questions are silly, but
yeah, favorite movie. I don't think I've got a favorite movie.
Favorite wrestler?
Bret Hart from back in the day.
Come on!
Back in the day, Bret Hart, man.
Favorite restaurant? KFC.
Nah.
I'm joking.
I don't know. Don't really look at restaurants like, oh, that's my favorite.
Yeah, same here. I don't really do that either.
But I like
just
a lot.
Answer. Don't dismiss my question.
I like. I don't know.
Favorite condiment?
You know what? I like a kind of mango hot sauce kind of thing. Yeah.
Favorite
or like a chutney.
Oh, I love a chutney.
Yeah, mango chutney or something.
Can you make roti? That's not really a diss of that question.
I've tried to make it, and it was hard. It was hard.
But you
That's
can
all
cook,
I can
though.
say. I'm not.
He's a good chef, though.
I'm okay.
You're good.
Yeah, I'm okay. Could be better.
Favorite thing to do in the morning?
Sorry.
At the moment, it's a madness. Drink a hot herbal tea.
Yeah, okay.
Because I need to be having those vitamins and whatnot.
Favorite alcoholic beverage?
Rum. Whiskey, rum.
Roti.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna say.
You're gonna say roti or doubles?
Yeah, roll your doubles.
That's hard. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, doubles are fresh doubles.
Oh.
In the morning.
Fresh doubles. I don't think you can.
Tamarind sauce.
Yeah, boy. Everything.
Favorite Calypsonian? Apart from the Alberto.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's a hard question, you know.
Let's throw a few out there.
Kitchener.
Sparrow.
Shadow. Sparrow. Black Starling.
Yeah.
Black Starling is a very special artist.
Yeah.
You know.
I love Sparrow. You know that your daddy mentioned it, but it's one I always love. You know, slave. It's like you're a slave. Well, it's not called slave, but that song, and he's talking about being a slave, an enslaved African.
The thing is with Calypso, what people don't understand, and I think
sad.
People don't get the layers of depth in the Calypso music. They think it's just party music, but the way in which they have used language to kind of give a double meaning, you know, double entendre, or just, you know, it's perfect. Songwriting.
Yeah.
Because Calypso is like the storytelling, the activism, speaking of people's circumstance, and then your daddy put it in a nice way. Soca is fat.
Soca's party, party
Soca is
music.
fat.
And to be honest with you, I always preferred calypso to soca. It's only as a
That's like you.
older person now, I'm appreciating soca more. When I was a younger person,
I love
appreciated
soca. I feel like soca for me.
Soca should have bust. I don't know why it hasn't bust.
Soca should be where Afrobeats is right now.
Long time.
Which is really confusing. Which is really confusing for me.
Because we don't have people like us in
no
the
shade at Afrobeats.
No, Afrobeats is
banging. Afrobeats is sick.
But we don't have people that they're in the rooms to say, why don't you put a soca artist on? That's
but
the
also,
disconnect.
we have to be honest. There's a bigger group of people from West Africa living in this country that is going to make that music thrive, whereas we are a smaller group of people.
But then I agree with you, and then you look at like reggae, and then you look at its reach, and then when you go to like the Eastern markets, it's how it's marketed as well.
I mean, reggae is just a special music that's just been able to. I never. It's been able to spread in a way. I prefer reggae to soca, but I prefer calypso to reggae.
Get out.
I'm
playing. I love everything.
I prefer calypso to reggae because I think calypso is the forefront. And they're all.
I'm playing.
All brilliant artistic ways to express life, and you can't have Caribbean music without soca. As you say, it's the fete. Is that moment of exhalation and.
I love how Mento answers questions because it's like a tree of answers.
It's colourful.
It's beautiful. I love it.
But I can envision everything you're saying. You're so colourful.
Important questions like this one. Best Avengers movie.
Endgame.
Yeah.
No. Infinity War. Sorry, the one before it. Yeah. Infinity War.
You were asking the question and you're telling.
Yeah, because you knew what I meant.
I knew what you meant.
I'm not on. I can't remember the names in that. Yeah, but.
I'll let you off.
What is the best Avenger?
That's a hard one, man. The best Avenger
in terms of acting form.
Spider-Man.
Acting form.
Oh, best actor or actress.
Downey Jr.
Tony. Tony. Oh, I remember Downey. Yeah.
But you think the best character is Spider? Yeah, I probably would agree.
Yeah.
With that still.
Yeah. I mean, Iron Man too.
Are you excited to see what's happening in the future?
I want to see Black Panther 2. I think that's going to be.
That looks amazing.
Yeah, I mean, rest in peace.
See the trailer for that?
You showed it to me.
It looks crazy.
I think I watched it twice afterwards. It was
I want to see how they do the
No Woman No Cry. The way they kind of I was like,
and they matched it in with the Kendrick Lamar. Yeah, crazy.
So Loud made me feel like it's not going to be. That everybody thought it was going to be Shuri.
It probably won't be Shuri.
People Loud thinks it's going to be Angela Bassett.
Ooh,
okay.
It could be.
It probably won't be Shuri.
She's an incredible actor, and they probably want to just have someone of that stature going forward.
Because you made the observation that the mask has got a kind of more feminine.
It's definitely a woman.
Yeah.
It's definitely a woman.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But we will see. There will be a lot of. They're not going to make it as obvious as that.
100. You don't think so?
I hope not. You know what I mean?
You never know, man.
I loved how they did that story.
It looks brilliant. It looks like it's going to be a fantastic film.
But women were integral, whether it was like his sister or his partner or his mother, they were integral in terms of upholding that community. It was just so interesting, like the messaging behind it. I thought it was cool.
Your favourite getaway you've done with your family? Like with your kids and your wife?
When we've had the opportunity, it's been brilliant either way. We were at Disneyland, which was good, but we need to do it now because we've got the younger one who hasn't been. So we need to do that. But that's in the future. We don't have to do it now. But
gonna grow fast, man.
Yeah, man. Whatever, man. Like it's been difficult. We haven't been able to get away last few years because of COVID, and we'll be on overseas again at some point.
The song playing in the background is one of your songs called Worst Nightmare, produced by K913. The theme was about horror.
Yeah, Semtex played this one, yeah.
Favorite horror film?
Interestingly, I'm not a big horror film fan. But I did like what's his name?
Freddy Krueger?
Nah.
Jason?
Halloween is one of the best.
Halloween's one of the best. Well, I mean, we're not going to play this in because you don't want to have.
Yes, there's a lot of.
It's a classic.
It's a nice song. Yeah. Oh, the beat is tremendous.
Yeah, K9 winning with that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was favorite things. Thank you for playing. I can't think of any more questions, so I'll stop now. Have you got any more questions before we sign off? No. Man, thank you for coming, bro.
Yeah,
I
man.
really enjoyed your time coming here, man. Like it was long overdue. It's your birthday tomorrow, and we're gonna celebrate your birthday. 40 years you've been on this planet. How you feeling about that?
Look, baby.
Boy, yeah. When you put it like that, it's a bit mad. It just creeps up on you, isn't it? Life is
one big road with a lot of signs.
Signs.
You gotta make up your mind.
Yeah, it's interesting.
You don't look 40, and there's nothing wrong in being 40, but people wouldn't necessarily know how old you are.
Yeah, it's not that. You know what it is? It's just how quickly life just creeps
Just
up on you.
life's on us.
Yeah, especially since I've had the children. They're a living timeline of your experiences. It's like, wow, it's crazy.
Okay. And we're gonna have a big party for you, man. We're gonna have a rock out and shock out for you.
Yeah, bro. We're gonna have a little food. Yeah, a little food.
Thank you so much for coming. If anybody wants to find you on the socials, where can they find you?
I'm on the socials.
It's Chris Mentalist, isn't it?
Yeah, you probably know better than me, brother.
It's Chris Mentalist.
Yeah.
It is Chris Mentalist.
CRIS. Mentalist.
Yeah, Chris Mentalist on Insta, but I go by the name Mento.
Yeah.
That's the new me. Kind of like the RZA was the Prince Rakeem, and he's now the RZA.
Like the Phoenix Rising.
Yeah, you gotta change. You gotta evolve. You gotta be different. You gotta be who you are.
Well, I'm excited to hear what you've got coming up next. I know you're taking your time with it. You and I's got a song together actually.
Ooh.
With a bunch of other artists.
Yeah.
That will be coming at the end of this year.
All right, cool.
I've got plans for that. Dominican Emz, where can people find you? They want to follow you and stuff like that.
Yeah, they can find me on Instagram, all my social media, Dominican_Emz, EMZ. Or you can find me at Beldyesmas, BELDYESMAS. We are going to be shaking our boom boom at Carnival.
Come on!
Carnival.
Oh gosh!
For the culture.
Yeah.
For the culture.
Until they change it again.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we're going to play one last number to sign off this episode. This episode is all about you, Mentalist. It's all about your mental
respect, man.
All about you, your projects,
Talented.
your legendary work.
Wordsmith.
Your album was called Make You Proud. It's only right I sign off with the song Make You Proud.
This, you know what? Tell the truth. This is a big tune.
This is one of my favorite songs.
This is produced by Loudmouth Melvin.
Yeah.
Big tune. Very well produced. Big up Loud on the beat.
Big up Shanice Dorset.
Oh, again.
Shanaz, sorry.
Shanaz. What happened
Shanaz
to you,
Dorset. I don't know what happened to me today. Big up to Shanaz Dorset who blessed this tune with her
yeah.
This is Make You Proud by my guest.
Actually, very proud of this song. I'm very critical of my own stuff, but this is a great song. Go.
On the page means my writings on display. I'm animated like I'm flying off the stage. I'm trying to make it, trying to fire up this place. As if fires in my veins with a rifle and an aim. Every time I push forward, doors keep closing shut. Thinking I'm ever gonna see the doors open up. The game's clicky. If you ain't friends, then you know one cuz. It's like you gotta be there ready to be shown some love. You gotta stay positive. If God didn't put you on this earth to see profit, then you receive other gifts, baby, on the way. That's another mouth to feed and how to mouth the family tree. So I'm stacking all my peas. So that just means I gotta put my all in. Gotta stack my money so I'm no longer balling. Sometimes I wonder if this music is my calling, cause everyone's a rapper nowadays, it's just appalling.
I really just wanna make you proud. I really just wanna make you proud. Oh, I really just wanna make you proud. I really just wanna make you proud.
Yeah, it was Onyx and Wu-Tang. Used to bunk those cassettes, Trinity Born Soldier. So I took no one steps, moved to East London. So it's double slow, I rep doing this rap thing. So I live with no regrets, I'm classy like Chaplin. Don't know my flow is blessed and rapping's the best way to get the stress off your chest. Never been the type to rap about holding text, rather free my mind and pray for the goals to get. Even though I know I'm next and loads felt it. The game's like a bad hand that you've been dealt quick. More like life's a box of chocolates that melted. Keep your head up when they hit below the belt, kid. I'm steady on my dream. You ain't ready for my team, and I'll die for this music like I'm ready on Raheem. Can't knock my self-esteem, and I'm firmly on my feet. I just wanna make you proud, plus my family a feed.
I really just wanna make you proud. I
smile on your face. Wanna make you proud, see my name in lights on the stage. I'll always be the same, trust I'm never guided away. I'm so happy for the fact we got a child of the way. And you trust me, I ain't one of those ladies, man, you never got it twisted. Try to treat me like an ATM. Some girls are trouble, man, they treat you like a dummy. They just push your buttons and they try to get some money. So it's funny, I make sure that you're my honey, cause a little me or you that's growing inside your tummy. And the world is so see-through. They say it's your oyster, I'm allergic to seafood, but I'ma be true. I just gotta keep my head above the water and make a stable living for my son or my daughter. So I'm saving in case a rainy day comes, so that the little one can live off the income. And trust, I'm a fighter, I'm never gonna lose. Running away from your battles only wears out your shoes. So I'ma stay positive, even if you doubt me, and make sure that everyone that's close to me is proud of me.
Listening to iLive Radio.